Welcome to my free agency recap as of March of the 29th. I am going to be reviewing every single team's free agency moves and see what free agents are to remain top free agents. Let's start off with the Steelers right here. So their quarterback, they only have Mason Rudolph and Will Howard. Rico Dowdle is projected to be the Steelers' number one running back. Jalen Warren second. They did sign Travis Homer as like a special teamer. I don't know what's going to happen with Caleb Johnson, honestly, but Rico, I think Rico's an upgrade over Kenneth Gainwell, even though Kenneth Gainwell had his best career with us, his best season. Michael Pittman, great wide receiver too. He'll pair nicely with DK Metcalf. I think the Steelers should draft a receiver in the first round. Tight end, they got rid of Johnny Smith. Their O line. They did sign Brock Hoffman as a guard. They have Spencer Anderson. I feel like, yeah, Steelers should draft a guard in like the second round, possibly, or switch first round. So their O line is basically the same except for the left guard. Uh, that all looks the same. Linebackers, edge rushers. Sebastian Joseph Day, a nice nose tackle. Yeah, so Steelers got a good defensive line depth right here. I feel like Derek Harmon will start over Sebastian Joseph Day, though. Um, Linebackers still got Patrick Queen, Malik Harrison, Carson Bruner, Peyton Willis, Cole Holcomb. I'm surprised the Steelers re-signed Cole Holcomb. Corners Jamel Dean, probably. A little bit sad that James Pierre's gone. He has best season with us last year. A lot of the players had the best career, but that we weren't willing to pay for them. Nice contract steal for Jamel Dean. Darnell Savage is safety right there. We got Jaquan Brisker, another steal. I don't think Kyler Duggan's going to be on the team, but that's it for Steelers. Let's go to Texans next. Quarterback, same. David Montgomery, that trade. Joe Mixon's not with the team anymore. He was injured for the whole season. David should be a nice running back one. Like, he was last running back one with the Bears. I completely forgot that David was on the Bears. I just remember him for being a Lion. Um, Receivers, not really, nothing changed. Foster Moreau, nice backup tight end. O line, not left tackle. Wyatt Teller, they took a lot of Brown's O line. Well, they switched because of, hold on, Evan Brown, center, Ed Ingram. So, yeah, basically they revamped their whole offensive line. Braden Smith, they traded Titus Howard to the Browns. So, Browns and Texans kind of switched O line. Edge rushers seem the same. They extended Danielle Hunter. Logan Hall's different. Um, Linebackers seem the same. Corners also the same. Reed Blankenship, though, he said himself that this is the first time that he's actually feels that a team wants him, even though he was on the Eagles. Said he won a Super Bowl. But that's it for Texas. Not really that much free agents. Titans, though, definitely a lot. They signed Mitch Trubisky. I really thought Will Levis would have gotten traded. He might. I don't know. Running backs, no. Waddell, though, was the second biggest free agent wide receiver signing. Uh, the contracts aren't the exact same. But yeah, they're still keeping Calvin Ridley though, which is kind of nice for depth. Tight end Daniel Bellinger. I don't really think he's a good tight end, honestly. They should have re-signed Chinga McQuanu. Dan Moore still their left tackle. Peter Skoronski. They really don't have a center because they got rid of Cushenberry. Not really a right guard either because of Seidler. Cordell Volson out of the Bengals. Why would you take a Bengals offensive line? The Jermaine Johnson was sweat trade with the Jets right there. Jermaine Johnson, a good edge rusher right there. They also got Jacob Martin, kind of old. This guy right here, don't really know how to pronounce his name, but for some reason he does well in the Madden franchises. He's a young edge rusher, so maybe he'll be nice to develop. John Franklin Myers, kind of a huge contract right there from the Broncos, maybe a bit overpaid. He did well with the Broncos because of the scheme. Linebackers, did anything really change? No, they got two decent linebackers. Cordell Flott and Alontae Taylor, though. A bit overpaid on Taylor. I don't know about Flott, though. But Taylor, I thought he would get traded during the trade deadline the last season, but not really. Yeah. Corner's kind of bad. Safeties, they got Tony Adams from the Jets. Jets defense didn't even get a single pick. So Titans, a big spending for the Titans. Kyler Murray for Vikings is the big headline for them right here. Kyler probably started over JJ McCarthy. Running backs still got Aaron Jones. Receivers, nothing changed. Still got TJ Hawkinson as a tight end. O line, I think their O line's the same. Oh well, except for Ryan Kelly retired. Um, yeah, that was it for their O line. Edge rushers, possibly Dallas. No, possibly Jonathan Grenard will get traded because of Dallas Turner in that spot. Andrew Van Ginkel. Their defensive line kind of is bad. They lost. They released Jonathan Hargrave. Hargrave. Linebackers. They kept Blake Cashman. They got James Pierre though. Brian Flores worked with James Pierre in Steelers because Flores was like a some type of coordinator for the Steelers for one season. Really wish he was promoted to defensive coordinator, but yeah. Uh, Harrison Smith got released, but he could end up coming back. I don't know if he'll retire or not, but yeah. So far, I'm pretty sure the Titans have been the biggest spenders, and Steelers second. Bears, they, nothing changed. DJ Moore got traded, yeah, to the Bills for a nice second round pick. I think honestly Chicago won that because we get to see more of Luther Burden and Romo Dunze. Wide receiver free, they got Khalif Raymond. They're going to use Colson Loveland a lot more. I don't know about Cole Kmet, though. O line, they got Jedrick Willis against Ozzy Trapilo. Joe Tooney's still there. Drew Dahlman, surprise retired after one season. Bears had locked up their center, and then he just retired. So they traded for Garrett Bradbury from the Patriots, who was at the Super Bowl, but the Patriots O-line kind of looked like crap. Jonah Jackson still here. We signed Braxton Jones. Edge rushers still the same. Defensive line still looks the same. Oh yeah, they got rid of Tremaine Edmonds and they got Devin Bush. Man, when Steelers traded up for Devin Bush and he did well his rookie season, I thought the Steelers did something great, but then he just sucked and then he went to the Browns and then he looked great on the Browns because of their scheme, so I don't know if Devin Bush will look great on the Bears defensive scheme. Uh, Corners still look the same. They signed Kobe Bryant, not the basketball Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace to him, though. And they lost Brisker. So yeah, their safeties are kind of a bit bad. All right, we got Bengals. Obviously, they re-signed Joe Flacco as the backup. They also have Josh Johnson. Jeez, their backups are kind of good in case Burrow gets injured again. Running backs still the same. Receivers still the same. Tight ends, yeah. We signed Orlando Brown, extended Orlando Brown. Yeah, still the same O line. Jeez, Burrow's gonna. Yeah. Trey Hendrickson gone, but they got Boye Mafe from the Seahawks. I mean, a bit overpaid because honestly, he did well because the Seahawks scheme. schemes matter. Jonathan Allen, though, honestly, kind of a good defensive line signing. Bengals actually focus on the defensive line a lot. And their corners, they lost. I forgot his name. Brian Cook, though, good safety signing from the Chiefs. That's it. Sean Murphy, no. I was thinking of the corner name. Cam Taylor Britt, my bad. Bills. So, obviously, DJ Moore right here. Number one receiver for the Bills now. Don't know what's going to happen with Keon Coleman, though. He honestly, I don't know if anyone is willing to trade for Keon. Nolan Kincaid. Bills, they signed Austin Corbett and also Lloyd Cushenberry, even though they signed Connor McGovern. So, edge rushers, they signed Bradley Chubb. They got rid of Joey Bosa. Maybe a bit overpaid on Bradley Chubb, but younger than Bosa. Defensive line still the same. Linebackers, they traded Terron Johnson to the Raiders, so their corners are kind of a bit bad. They got Geno Stone as a safety, and also C.J. Gardner Johnson. Yeah, those safeties are also kind of bad. Bo Nix right here. Kept J.K. Dobbins, surprisingly. I would like to see Harvey in a starter role, though. The Waddle trade, though, the only thing the Broncos actually did, I'm pretty sure, for a first-round pick. Is Evan Ingram still in the Broncos? I don't feel like he is. That might be it for the Broncos here, because that's the only thing I can think of, and how people are making fun of the Broncos for only doing that. Yeah. For special teams, like punters and kickers, I know there's some here, but I'm not really focusing on special teams unless it's people thought Brandon Aubrey would be gone from the Cowboys. He still could, but who knows? Browns, their biggest was the O line, Zion Johnson from the Chargers. Why would you take Chargers offensive line? Poor Herbert, man. Elton Jenkins, I mean, I wish the Steelers would have signed Elton Jenkins to do a guard because I feel like he'll much be better guard than center. Titus Howard was the trade right here. They paid Titus Howard a lot of money for that. Is there anything else? AJ Espinada from the Bills. Linebackers, they did lose. They got Quincy Williams. Jeremiah Suakormoa has been like, people have been saying he may not play, but he says he will play, so don't know what's going on there. Corners, still the same. Yeah, okay. So that's Browns. Bucks, they got Kenneth Gainwell as their backup to get their say. They still got Sean Tucker. But Kenneth Gainwell, nice backup for Bucky. Nice catching running back. Mike Evans gone from the Bucks. Man. We signed Kate Otten. Their all line's probably the same. Yeah. Edge rushers, Muhammad from the Lions. Uh, Ashawn Robinson from the Panthers. Lavonte David is retired. He had a nice career. Alex Anzalone probably to replace Lavonte David, and also Christian Rosenberg. Wow, the Bucks signed a lot of former Panthers. Corners, same. Safeties, Miles Kilbrew, Steelers captain of special teams. They also took the special teams coordinator, Danny Smith. Cardinals, Jacoby Brissett back. I meant Gardner Minshew back up. Jacoby Brissett is now the starter because of Kyler Murray gone. Tyler Algier back up. Don't know what will happen with Trey Benson or James Conner because James Conner had got injured. Wide receivers, Kendrick Bourne and Devin Duvernay, depth pieces. Hopefully Marvin Harrison takes a step forward because, man, Trey McBride still there. Isaac Seumalo, a guard from the Steelers, kind of a bit of an overpay. He's 31 years old. He's kind of old. That's it for the O line right there. Any defensive stuff? Not really. Jack Gibbons, linebacker, Patriots, Super Bowl. Andrew Wingard from the Jags threw a Steelers towel on the ground and that cursed the Jags like 2 seasons ago. Chargers got Keenan Mitchell, speedy running back. Keenan Allen not on the team anymore. Still didn't find any. Charlie Kohler, backup tight end. It's like Harbaugh. Yeah, Harbaugh move. Tyler Biadasz, like the first free agent signing since he was released by the Commanders for some reason. Cole Strange, first round pick guard for Patriots. Hopefully Joel and Rashawn Slater can actually stay healthy. We signed Khalil Mack, kept Bud Dupree though, man. I remember Bud Dupree. Dalvin Tomlinson, pretty sure. Yeah, he was signed. Uh, Corners, no. Elijah Molden was, yeah. So that's Chargers. It's a long video. Justin Fields backup for the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes may not start for the first 3 to 4 weeks. Kenneth Walker, huge free agent running back signing there. That might be it though for the Chiefs, honestly. Oh yeah, they extended Kelsey to a new 3 year deal. 3 years. Yeah, you heard me. Kept their O line the same. Oh yeah, they did release Jawan Taylor though. Yeah. Crisis Tonga. Oh yeah, defensive line for. That is not right. Don't ignore Bobby Wagner. He is not on the Chiefs. They did trade Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson. Not Jalen Watson. They didn't trade Jalen Watson, but both of them went to the Rams. So yeah, their corners are kind of bad. They did get Kader Kahu, pretty sure. They also got a Laurie Gilman. So yeah, Chiefs secondary honestly got pretty bad. Colts re-signed Daniel Jones to a 2 year, $84 million deal. Don't know if they'll trade Anthony Richardson. Uh, we signed Alec Pierce to a 29 per year deal. Traded Michael Pittman to the Steelers. They got Nick Westbrook kind though. Tight end still that. All line still looks the same. Oh yeah, they did not re-sign Braden Smith. They got Arden Key. Pretty sure he's been in the whole AFC South, and he's kind of bad for an edge rusher. Hopefully, depth piece. Defensive tackle still the same. Maybe linebackers are kind of bad, honestly. Corners definitely top three corner duo in the league. They need a strong safety though. So we got Commanders. Kept Marcus Mariota as backup. Signed with Sean White. Still, though, honestly, if Jeremiah Love is there for the Commanders, draft him. It's like what the Raiders did with Ashton Genty. Still same receiver core. They signed Chickup Asquanu, though, for the Titans. Tunsil, we signed Chris Paul, another basketball guy. Name. Adare Off. Oh, yeah. So, honestly, seems overpay right there. He did not do anything for the Ravens until he was traded to the Chargers, 7.5 sacks, and he got like a 5 year, $100 million deal. Yeah. I mean they did needed edge rush help. Yeah, they got Chasen and Charles Imanu. Just a lot of edge rusher signings for the Commanders. Leo Chanel, a good linebacker signing. Aquila Witherspoon, remember him as a Steeler. And I think Amik Robinson. So yeah, Commanders really did a lot on the defense. Nick Cross, nice young safety at 23 years old. Now it's Cowboys. Dak still here. Resign Javonte Williams. Franchise tag George Pickens. Do not know if they'll extend him. The line looks the same. What did Cowboys do again? Oh yeah, trade for Rashawn Gary. Even though it seemed the Packers were going to release Gary at first, but then Cowboys just decided to do a trade for like a fourth round pick. I'm pretty sure a bit of an overpay for Gary. Jonathan Bullard, deaf piece defensive tackle. Bentley. Logan Wilson is retired. Kobe Durant is a corner. Nice solid corner. I think PJ Locke's is signing. And Jalen Thompson from the Cardinals, yeah. Brandon Aubrey, who knows? They'll probably extend him. Dolphins Malik Willis, obviously top free agent. Quarterback signing. Devon Achane still here. Jalen Waddle is gone. Whole new receiver core with Tutu Atwell and Jalen Tolbert. They got no tight end. O line still looks the same. Yeah. Chop Robinson still here. Joshua Uche to replace Bradley Chubb. Defensive line still the same. Linebacker still got Jonathan Brooks. Yeah, their corners are real bad. Lonnie Johnson Jr. is their safety. Jeez. Yeah. Dolphins should be in first place. They got Bradley Pinion, though, punter for the Falcons. Dolphins are definitely first place for first overall pick for taking. Eddie Dalton trade with the Eagles. Possible Tanner McGee could get cut or traded. I've heard so many people say that Steelers were going to give a third round pick for McGee. I mean, like, what? Doesn't make sense at all. I think Pierce was a free agent signing, possibly. AJ Brown, who knows? Could get traded, possibly to New England. Who knows? Marquise Brown and Elijah Moore signed, so possibly increase the chances of a trade. And still the same. I think O line is still the same for Eagles. They got Arnold from the Falcons. Defensive line. So the same. They extend Jordan Davis though. Possibly they yeah, Tariq Woolen right there. Nice 1 year, $15 million signing. Tariq Woolen did not look that well in the playoffs though. Uh yeah. Falcons Tua, wait here, minimum contract right there, because Penix is kind of hurt still, I think. Brian Robinson, Bijan Robinson, 2B and arm. 2B Robinsons. So hopefully no one makes a mistake for fantasy drafting. Jahan Dotson, Zacchaeus. Drake London's carrying the receiver core. Austin Hooper back with the Falcons. Still got the same O-line. James Pierce, who knows what will happen to him with all the crimes he commit. Samsung possibly replace him. Um, yeah, that's a free agent. The defensive line. Jeez, I didn't know how bad the defensive line was for the Falcons. Uh, Corners also, except for they got Watts though and Bates, so best safety. They got Nick Folk as a kicker, probably their best kicker in quite some time since the prime of Young Koo. Brock Purdy, Mac Jones. Earlier, the 49ers were willing to trade for him, but for a hefty price, though. Mike Evans right here for the Niners. Hopefully, he won't get injured. Most injury prone receiver on the most injury prone team. Who knows what will happen? Christian Kirk. You probably heard the jokes on Twitter and all that. I'm not going to say it here, though, because not that I don't care, but who knows what YouTube will do if If you think, I would say. For O-line, Niners, still the same. Edge rushers, still same. Trade, though, for Asa for a third round pick. Honestly, I've never really heard of this guy. Well, I've heard of him, but I haven't seen him play that much. But for a third round pick for 27, honestly, that's kind of a bit hefty. The linebacker's still the same. Nate Hobbs, though, I mean, he was released by the Packers, so who knows? He'll be good. Yeah, they extended Pinheiro, Jackson Dart, James Winston. Giants could possibly draft Jeremiah Love, Darnell Mooney, Calvin Austin. So, speedy receivers for the Giants. Isaiah Likely as a possible backup, just Baltimore Giants because of Harbaugh. All right. So they kept Jermaine, but then they also kept Neal on like the most minimum contract ever, and nobody's guaranteed. That is just hilarious. The most funniest contract I've ever seen. Still kept their edge rushers. Defensive line is still the same. Tremaine Edmonds, though, nice. He's like 28, I'm pretty sure, but still though, he was drafted when he was like 20 years old. So wow, still pretty young. Greg Newsome, nice signing. Corners, honestly. Arnell Washington, Darius Washington, another Raven signing. But yeah, basically Jason Sanders. They signed Jason Sanders, I think. I don't know what happened with Grant Goodell. Jags right here lost Travis Etienne, but then they replaced him with freaking Chris Rodriguez. Did they really do anything except for that? I think they did. Seriously, Jags? Come on, like they also lost Evan Lloyd. Jeez, Jags. Who knows what will happen with Travis Hunter, honestly. Geno Smith back to the Jets where he was first drafted. 34 years old. Justin Fields gone. They got Bailey Zappi. Kept Brees Hall. Garrett Wilson still here. Oh my. They got Dylan Parham from the Raiders. Will McDonald. Oh yeah, Jerry Johnson gone. They got Sweat though. Nice big run stopper. Demario Davis. He was originally on the Jets like a few years ago. Then he came back. I mean, like you're that age, you should honestly go to a contender, but probably did it for the money anyway. Deshaun White. Nice corner from the Bears. Got a lot of picks, but that's kind of what Trayvon did with the Cowboys, but a lot more picks, and he still turned out bad. Minka, jeez, poor Minka, man. Went to like the second worst team with the Steelers trade, and now possibly went to the worst team. Also, probably did it for the money. Nate Melton. So, yeah, Jets did a lot of safety stuff. Lions replaced David for Pacheco. I mean, Pacheco was at some point good with the Chiefs, and then he just fell off. Greg Dortch, I mean, Cardinals, the Lions did sign the former of Cardinals OC, so I see that. Tyler Conklin. And a Sewell could get transferred to left tackle. Ben March. Cade Mays, obviously underrated signing. He was good on the Panthers. Uh, who's their other tackle though? Because Taylor Decker is gone. Peyton Turner, depth signing edge. DJ Wandum, another former Panther. DJ Weeder, I'm pretty sure is a free agent. They got Calais Campbell. Wait, I don't think Calais Campbell is a Lion. Nah. Sometimes the franchise does this, just signs. Bobby Okerk? Is he a Lion? He was released. I don't think he is a Lion. They got Roger McQuarrie. I'm pretty sure he was signed. So yeah, that's it for Lions. Nothing really major. Uh, they got Desmond Ritter and Malik Willis is gone. They also Emmanuel Wilson also gone. Romeo Dobbs also gone. So wow, they lost a lot of people. Elton Jenkins gone. These Packers. Rashawn Gary gone. Michael Parsons still injured. Javon Hargrave. Probably the only signing they did. Oh wait, never mind. They did a trade for Zaire Franklin. Nice. I think he led the league in tackles at one point. I remember that. Benjamin St. Juice as well. But yeah, that was it for Packers. Jeez. Panthers here. Kenny Pickett right here. Super Bowl winning Kenny Pickett. Uh, Rico Dowdle gone, and apparently he now hates the Panthers for some reason. Signed AJ Dillon though, the Quan father. John Mechie, Alabama, former connection with Bryce Young. Tight end possibly could draft Kenya Sadiq as their pick if he's still there. Rashad Walker, possibly because Ikem Ekwonu is injured. Damian Lewis still here. Their center, Luke Fortner, possibly underrated. But I think Cade Mays would have been nice to keep. Oh yeah, don't want to even mention him because before the Walker signing, people thought he was going to be a starter. Nick Hampton, nice backup signing. Jalen Phillips, well, many people thought he's a bit overpaid with 30 million per year. Possibly could be, but still though, he had a lot of pressures, and honestly, Panthers needed edge rusher help badly. Defensive line still the same. Devin Lloyd. Now this was like an underpaid signing. 15 mil per year. He had 5 picks. Yeah, amazing. Panthers defense got a whole lot better. Possibly could get a safety, honestly. Not them. Patriots right here. What did they do? The I think Josh Jobs may get traded or cut. Elijah Mitchell. Did he get signed? Romeo Dobbs to replace Stephon Diggs. Hunter Henry still here. Will Campbell should convert into a guard. Elijah Vera Tucker, though, was the guard they got. Injury prone, but really good guard. They need a center. Draymond Jones. Honestly, maybe a bit overpaid. I don't remember exactly his contract. The defensive line still the same. Spillane. Corners still the same. Kevin Byard, nice deal there. He was well on the Titans and got traded to the Eagles and then went to the Bears and then he got a lot of picks and yeah, I think that, yeah, quite was okay. We're almost done here. Raiders, again, I don't know why Rodgers is on the Raiders. It should only just be Aiden O'Connell. So ignore Rodgers there. Genty still looking the same. Jalen Naylor, kind of underrated signing, I heard. Didn't really see a lot of him on the Vikings, though. Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer. Tyler Linderbaum, though, $27 million per year, though. Hopefully that will work out. Quiddy Pay right here. Max Crosby still here? Yeah, we know what happens. The Kobe Dean right here, and also, yeah, Quay Walker. So they replaced their linebacker core a lot. And yet they traded for Taron Johnson. Nice corner right there. Safety right there. They got Matt Gay. Uh, Stafford still here. Kyron. Puka, man. Please, why do you have to do that? I mean, do you have CTE just like freaking Cam Scatterboo and Cam saying that CTE isn't even real? I mean, like, come on, Puka, get it together. Higby resigned. They kept their O line the same. Yeah. Rob Havenstein retired though. Edge rushers, defensive line still the same. Linebackers still the same. But though Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson, though, to help their corners, really helped a lot there. Now we got Ravens right here. Lamar still here. Derrick Henry. Uh, Receivers. Mark Andrews lost likely. Don't have a center. Jeez, I don't even know anybody from the centers from the Ravens. They got John Simpson back originally, a Raven at some point. Uh, Trey Hendrickson again. They replaced Crosby with Trey, even though Trey's older and also was injured, but they still kept their draft picks. John Jenkins, 36 G's. Besides Chobe Awuzie, they got Jalen Hawkins as a safety. That was it. They lost their punter, though. Tyler Shook. They got, oh, wait, Zach Wilson. Don't know what will happen to Rattler. Honestly, should maybe get traded. Travis Etienne, another huge running back signing. Don't know what will happen with Alvin Kamara. He said that he will only play for the Saints or he will retire. Receiver core. Only it's dog crap aside from Chris Olave. Signed Noah Fair as a backup tight end, even though Juwan Johnson had his best season. David Edwards, nice guard signing. Was there anything else? I think Devon was a signing of the Patriots. Christian Ellis, a steal from the Falcons there. Nice linebacker. Corners. They don't really have that much corners. Wait, they also got a punter. Yep, Ryan White for the Vikings, I remember. Huge punter signing. This is the last team right here. Sam Darnold, Super Bowl winning Seahawks. Last off, they lost a lot of people though. So Kev Walker gone. They got Cam Akers though. Uh, we signed Shaheed though. That's kind of nice. Also, Jake Bobo's coming back because they matched the offer sheet with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tight end still the same. O line possibly. Yeah, it's still the same. D-Law still here. They lost Boye Mafe now. Defensive line still the same. Yeah, a lot is still the same. They lost Wolin. Kept Josh Jobe though. And yeah, now we're back to the Steelers right here. Let's take a look real quick on see who is left for free agency. So Tyreek possibly not going to be not a 92 overall. Probably signed with the Chiefs. Ryan Kelly is retired. Zeitler possibly will still play, but honestly should go to a contender. Mixon probably go to a team, but for a very low contract because of his injury. Stephon Diggs, who knows where he'll go. He's kind of old and a bit of legal issue. Harrison Smith possibly back to the Vikings or else retirement. Bosa probably to the Niners to pair up with his brother. Joe Batonio, contender probably. Decker, probably also contender. Marshawn Lattimore, don't know. Also contender. Ayuk, also legal issues as well. Matt Milano, who knows? Maybe to the Dolphins because Dolphins keep stealing Bills players. Keenan Allen, possibly retirement or back to the Chargers. Christian Wilkins, kind of a weird guy. He said that 26 teams are interested in him, but I feel like that's cap. Drew Dalman retired, Darren Waller possibly retired, Quinn Lake. That's really much it right here. Let's see here. David Njoku still will get signed. Cam Taylor Britt. I feel like he's signed with a person. Cam Jordan. I don't know what's gonna happen with Cam Jordan. Clowney depth. Kyle Van Noy depth. L'Jarius Sneed. Maybe back to the Chiefs. Nick Chubb depth. Najee visited with some teams. Hayward retired. D Hop right here. But yeah, that's really much it. Everyone else is just depth, honestly. So yeah, the top free agents are probably just Tyreek Hill and Stephon Diggs. But that is it for the recap right here. Next video I will do will be mock draft before the draft day. So like one day after, I'm gonna do my first and only mock draft. It's just gonna be before the day because I don't want to keep doing repeated mock drafts. But that is it. My this is a 41-minute video. Holy crap. Longest video ever for me. But may cut it or something like that. Thank you guys for watching though, and I will see you for my mock draft.